Hello Virgo, and welcome to your reading. This will be for Virgo Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you guys are dealing with a Virgo and you're watching, then cross watcher. This message actually might make more sense to you. Cards already coming out. We got the Fool in reverse, and these are timeless readings. Somebody lose their way? King of Swords, yep, and a lot of mental conflict, trying to figure out, not connected to the spiritual self. Yep. Might have been going on for some time here with that Knight of Pentacles. Well, something's going to change rather quick. These cards just fell out because this is your breakthrough and success it lands you in, finally. So, Virgo. Oh, it's here to stay, though. Ooh, that's good, because sometimes things peek in and then they don't last. Okay. I don't know who lost their way, how they lost their way, what happened, but we lost our way. The good news is you're on the brink of success. Yeah, this is about to change in your favor. Like that karmic wheel is spinning, and it's like spinning and spinning, and here you go round and round and round. And then it lands, and when it lands on you. And that brings in abundance. Like it's good karma this time. That karmic wheel, you're gonna get off that nauseating karmic ride from the it's like when you go that tilt-a-whirl round and round and round, like the carnivals and stuff. No, that's the ride you've been on. You've already done that one, seen that about the t-shirt. Like that's gotta go. Like Virgo, get off that tilt-a-whirl. That's that karmic ride that's like not serving you. So things are gonna bring in more Stop it! I was just talking about the karmic wheel. The card is literally the wheel. Wow. Yeah, because it's going to shift in your favor. And then look at, I could stand here literally like in tree pose, totally balanced and centered. No more like nausea and vertigo and none of that stuff. Ooh, for some of you might even having some gut issues. Or you might really be having nausea and vertigo, but like, I don't know, I was feeling a little spinny because I was like feeling that tilt-a-whirl, you know? But here, when you get to the other side, it's like, I could stand on a wheel. I could be on top of this wheel and be balanced and centered, right? So there's good karma coming in. Yeah. Eight of Swords. Somebody had their hand in the cookie jar and got caught eating it. Oh, I know why I was hearing. I was like, what does that even mean? Because I was like, things are turning in your favor and things are looking good, and then you get the Eight of Swords, like defeat, conflict, like, oh no, what did I do again? And then I heard that saying, and then I was like, oh, because what would you do if you got caught doing something you weren't supposed to? You might feel guilty, but actually this has to do with a little bit of shame. You're purging. This is what's happening. This is actually beautiful, Virgo. You've been purging, and sometimes those ascension symptoms can be a beat. Seriously. Oh yeah, so physical upset, some stuff might be coming off because you've been purging a lot. So anything lower vibrational, guilt, shame, regret, remorse, fear, all that stuff. You're doing the inner work, whether you know it or not. You don't even realize it, but you're doing the shadow work. You're like going through dark night of soul. How do you get out of dark night of soul? You do the shadow work and face the shadow, those lower vibrational emotions. You heal them, you release them, you let them go, you integrate them. Like, how do you work through it? So that's why you're going to get off the karmic wheel here. This is how you get your like solid footing, is you're going to take the blindfold off, take responsibility, do some ownership. I see what I did wrong, like let me face the shadow, and then it heals whatever that blockage is. And then I could breathe. Let me tell you something about Dark Night of Soul, because this is how it happens, right? So you get in it, it's like never ending. Like, when am I going to get all out of this, right? It's like that freaking carnival ride. Like, get me off of here, please. Like, calling in every guide and every angel and handing in every favor you got. Like, somebody help me. You're just like, help, right? Dark Night of the Soul. Things are never going to end. Well, one, I was going to say something different, but well, we'll say that too. One, just surrender, right? Just release. But how you're going to get off of it is because that's where your shadow work comes in. That's where you're going to work through those blockages. It gets you out of victim mentality, right? And then you level up. So, oh yeah, here's what I was going to say. That's what it was. Dark night of the soul can be the most beautiful blessing ever. Okay, this is how I like to put it. Because vibrational scale. Let me just use this as an example. Let's say this is the lowest you can vibrate and this is the highest you can vibrate, right here, right in the camera view, okay? So you're doing just fine. Let's just say you're here, you're average, right here in the middle. And then dark night of the soul brings you all the way back down to low, right? Well, what happens is when you get it out of dark night of the soul, you don't go back to your average, you skyrocket. And maybe not all the way to the top, but it's like every tragedy, challenge, difficulty, whatever it is, you level up. So it's like next time you go higher and you go higher and you go higher and you go higher and higher until your vibration's so high, like it's off camera, right? Because it's just like out of that third density of vibration. You tap into more in a 4D and 5D. So that's a good thing. Like when you get to the other side of it, you're like, whoa, I know I can vibrate this high. I didn't know I could do this free. I didn't know life could get this good. And it's like, man, like it just keeps getting better and better. So there is a lot of hope that whatever this, I'm going to say sickening karmic wheel because I feel a little in my gut. It's got attached to my solar plexus. There's some trauma there. There's some cords that need to be cut. There's some healing that needs to be addressed. There's gut issues. The gut can be inflamed. There might be, I don't know if this is for all of you, but if you live in America, truth be told, like 70% of Americans have physical parasites anyways. So you might need a parasitic cleanse. Like I don't mean that to scare you. It just, look at what Americans eat. Like the average American does not eat like stuff from the land, right? Like natural foods. It's all dyes and chemicals and cancers and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if that's coming from me or if that's somebody needed to hear that. Oh my God, there's two birds. They're like fighting. Oh man, I never seen them. They were like pecking at each other. I never seen birds fighting. I've never seen that before. Everything's relatable. Let me come back to the bird thing. Let me say the last thing on that. So yeah, maybe somebody needed to hear that to get into like a parasitic cleanse. Because listen, whatever goes on in your internal being is what's going to happen externally. So if your body internally is healthy and healed, like you're going to live a glorious life. Simple as that. But back to the birds. Conflict. Like, hello, birds flock together. Like you see birds, they fly in the V. Like, you know, they're a tribe. And yet those two were like picking and poking and batting back and forth with each other. They might have been playing, but I never seen it like that. So like, what are we fighting? Who are you fighting? Ooh, Virgo, who are you really fighting here? Because you know in the end, it's all you, right? Law of reflection. Even when it's another person, it's always about you. It's never about them. They reflect back to your shadow. They reflect back to you what you need to work on. In the end, outside of all of this, there's only one energy. You, God, creator, source, universe, whatever you want to call it. So who are you really fighting? That other reflection you see in the mirror? The person you came in contact with? That's just you in another body, right? Hopefully that didn't go too woo-woo for you, but if you're still listening and you've been hearing all this, it definitely resonates. I'm assuming that you would turn it off unless this is just humorous to you, but like, you know, there's the real work. The spiritual path. Four of Pentacles. Why does that feel like we're breaking free of something you're holding on too tight with? An attachment? Codependent thing? Well, through all of these battles, you find salvation. You find you. You find you. This is the spiritual awakening. That is the spiritual awakening. You're being guided through this, right? There's your angels that we talked about. They're lifting the veil so you can get in touch with your true self, the true you. And then you're free because you've made it. And you're no longer trapped by matrix thinking. You let go of those attachments and all of that egotistical stuff. And you can just be. And you get to go vibrate more in the soul. That's what's going to happen when you get to the other side of this dark night of the soul. And it might not be dark night of the soul for everybody. But like that type of energy. You're going through something. Something's happening. That negative karma, right? And then you turn that karmic wheel around and everything lands in your favor. Don't turn your back on the spiritual work. There's still more work to do. There's always more work to do. If you become healed, you leave your body. If you ascend, you wouldn't be here on earth. Like it's healing, it's ascending. If you finished either one of those, like you wouldn't be able to be a human. Your soul would leave the body and you'd go in your light body and you wouldn't be here. So that's part of the challenge. It's part of the beautiful challenges here on earth. So I think this is a good place to wrap up your reading. Thank you so much for watching. And if you got anything out of this video, Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's a bell too. You'll want to hit that bell. Why? Because I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. The next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. Alright, my loves. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, be blessed.